Again, not the best way to start off a live. Anyway, sorry about that. The more important or better news is that I'm still obviously feeling well or healthy enough to do my live streams and videos on my YouTube channel. So nothing like that has happened yet. Like where I'm too sick or not feeling well or something else has happened where I can't do live stream or videos on my channel. None of that's happened yet. And if there has been a time when that has happened, I would definitely let everyone know. Yeah, don't miss this live stream. We have a huge brand new season of card baseball coming your way now on my channel. Majority of the teams are newer players, actually, believe it or not. Yeah, we have way more new players than returning players, surprisingly. There are some returning players, but not that many. Yeah, we have very few returning players, actually. And some of them that were returning may or may not have played before, so they're technically considered new. It's just not like, just not new as in like I got them this year from stores kind of new for the cars and car baseball kind of thing. But some of them are new from this year too from stores. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. I honestly don't know who's going to come out on top because NASCAR's gotten some great new players too. Because I accidentally started to use one almost, and then realized, oh well, they're not playing quite yet. Now I don't know what order I'm doing this in, just because the standings are like it starts off UK, Japan, and so on and so forth. That's not how the games are going to be played as kind of thing. Because if it was, then that would be extremely boring. So yeah, I'm just gonna choose two teams. If I have enough time, I will play all four games because there's 8 teams, obviously. So yeah, if I have enough time, all 4 games will be played with all 8 teams happening. But if not, then we do 2 games of it, 4 teams tonight. So yeah, I don't know who's going to be playing who to start us off, to be honest. So yeah, I think I'm just going to randomly select as in close my eyes. Even though they're like this, that doesn't mean I'm going to randomly select USA to go first when my eyes are closed. It could be any team that happens to go first. Looks like NASCAR is going first, and their opponent is going to be UK. So we have UK versus NASCAR. And I'm kind of glad I chose that, because if I didn't, it would have been literally UK versus Japan, and that's kind of boring because that's kind of how the standings were set up for all the teams starting all over this season in car baseball. Well, I'm going to have to clear off a few more things, actually, before we get car baseball started and underway. Hopefully some people show up soon. This is going to be very fun, and I mean very, very fun. If you've never seen car baseball on my channel, you're missing out on a lot of fun. Also, the after game player interview things will be back again in car baseball this season, because it kind of never went away in the first official season where I did like a real season of car baseball. Because all the other times I've done car baseball, I've never actually recalled recording it, or if I did, it was not a full season worth of games kind of thing. So yeah. So yeah, all other teams not playing should go further away towards the end of the playing area, so that way they don't get closer towards the playing area, because then they'll get all confused, if you know what I mean. I mean, basically what it means is that I don't want to, have teams get confused or anything like that kind of thing. Ooh, dropped that card before it fell off. Having good reflex reaction skills today. That's another thing that car baseball's cars are supposed to have good reaction times for making plays and stuff. Well, I believe NASCAR was home in their preseason spring training game. So I guess that means we have one of two options. We either make them away or we make them home. And the only fair way to do that is by having two cars, one from each team. We could do a coin toss, but I'd rather just see which one gets the coin first. They're going to be these two. All right. Well, that wasn't even close. Then Aston Martin failed to get there in time. Well, since NASCAR has won the decision event to decide who's home and who's away, NASCAR is deciding to be home again for their first game, meaning that we'll see what UK does with their majority 60 or 80% brand new team. And NASCAR is like technically 100% because that one's also a 2021 car, newer than all my other NASCARs. I want to say it's even newer than the number 20 and 23 NASCARs I have over there. But I could be wrong, though. All right, well, let's get this game started and see what happens. Pitcher's the number one, who technically, since I forgot to do an All-Star game, or if I did, neither of them got more home runs or whatever happened. They ended up tying with the Roadster, one of them over there, for most home runs. But since the Roadster is off this season, we're not sure who's going to get most home runs. It's anyone's game. But as of right now, that number 5 hit 3 in preseason. That was the most out of anyone. I want to say he hit 3 or 4. That's extremely hard to tell. Yeah, they're going to say that's enough. There's not too much to even think about overturning that at this rate. It looks like it hit him. Did it hit him and then go back? And then the car went backwards? Or did the car go backwards, then the ball, which is the penny, hit him? We're going to have to see. Well, they're going to call it a hit by pitch because it looked like they saw that it hit him first and then he went backwards. So because of that... Oh, wow. Did that go past him? Yes, it did. That's a wild pitch. And Aston Martin's going to score on the wild pitching error by the NASCAR. He just got a 3-base error, and UK takes the lead. That was heads-up running by the NASCAR. Did he avoid the tag, though, when it was thrown past him? Yes, he did. Yep, they saw it, and they're like, there's no way that even went underneath him. Or if it did, it didn't stay underneath him long enough to call it out. Well, to be honest, in car baseball, it has to be like this to call it an out. If it goes, like underneath him then past him, well, that's technically considered an error because it has to stay directly under the car long enough to call it an out. And if not, then that's an error. And either that happened or just went completely past him and he never got it under the car. Either way, there's not enough evidence to overturn that 3-base error for a run and have him go back to first base or call him out. Yep, they've just officially confirmed that's a hit. Oh, is that a hit? Yes, it is. Wow, the Land Rover gets a hit off the NASCAR pitcher. Surprisingly, no one's here yet, and that's kind of interesting because I know I have some people who are interested in car baseball. I also let Tampon know I was going to be live tonight, and surprisingly, he's not here. That's definitely an out. Well, UK is playing small ball. Nope, someone hit the thumbs up button. Thank you for doing that, whoever that was. Surprisingly, whoever hit the thumbs up button's not in the live stream. Like it's not showing the person up in the people here kind of thing for the live stream. Like who's actually here watching it right now kind of thing. Wow, the Land Rover's gone, and it's 4-0 UK. Oh, not sure, but it looks like someone's really here this time. I don't know who it is. It could be Tampa or someone else. It could be any of my channel subscribers, to be honest. Or it could be someone who's new to my channel. I don't know, but whoever was here or is here, thanks for being here right now. Hopefully we get some people in the chat feature soon, because that's when the car baseball and video game chat talk gets way more fun. And that's gone. 5-0 UK. Wow, I don't know what's going on with NASCAR, but they've only gotten 2 outs actually, and it's 5-0. And he's out. Well, this is going to be interesting because I know NASCAR can definitely score a lot of runs really quickly. Since it's regular season, the games are 2 innings long, obviously. But if it was preseason, it's pretty much, there's not really an inning limit. It just depends on how many runs scored in which inning. Then, if let's say one team scores 1 run and the other team doesn't, then that's game over kind of thing. But that's only for before regular season games start kind of thing. Well, it's 5-1 now. NASCAR just hit a home run. Kind of had a feeling that was going to happen. Oh my goodness, it's 5-2 already. NASCAR is hitting home runs like crazy all of a sudden. And they get the number 1 NASCAR who had tied most home runs for first. How? They can't get him out though. Yeah, they knew that was gone. The McLaren made the wise choice and got out of the way. Because if that had hit him, he probably would have ran fast enough to get it inside the park home run. So everyone has a home run except for number 1 NASCAR. And I just realized something. We're almost at the sort of the order again, of course. So since he's the only one who didn't get one, yeah, this is going to be interesting scoring. And it's 5-4. Ooh, we have player interference on the number 20 NASCAR for unnecessarily tackling the McLaren 720S Spider to go off field. So that's warning number 1. Unfortunately, you know the saying, 3 strikes in baseball, you're out. Well, 2 more warnings and he's out for a game. If it happens 5 more times, he's out for 2. If it happens 81 times in total, he's out for the entire season, and he will be suspended for the season until next season. And hopefully that doesn't happen for any cars in car baseball, because I don't want that happening. It's almost like in any sport, like, if you do something really bad, your players are gone kind of thing. Well, that's kind of the same thing for car baseball. And it's 5-5 already. Everyone's hit a home run once except for him. Well, he's had 2 now. Ooh, wow. He caught that one somehow. That's second out. Yeah, we should have the players get spread a little bit more out kind of thing. So that way they're not super bunched up close to each other. That's gone. And it's now 5-7. Oh, and sorry, that was my hand or finger that time. The player did not do that. That was my hand or finger that caused the car to almost go flying off the car baseball playing area. It's 5-7. That one already has 2 home runs. He's literally 1 away from tying his preseason spring training record of 3. Ooh, and he smothers that up for the final out. Well, the number 5 seems to have most home runs so far in car baseball. That just depends on if we're going to have another inning or not. It's funny how the number 5 is still catching, but the number 1's now first base instead of pitcher or catcher. So interesting how that happens all of a sudden. One inning you're pitching, the next inning you're like playing one of the infield positions besides pitcher or catcher. Really interesting how that seems to happen right away. Did he hit it? Yes, he did. Surprisingly, not far enough, though, but they're going to call that a hit, though. Yeah, let's try to move the players. He doesn't catch that. They're saying it's gone. But since he caught it a little bit, yeah, it looks like he caught a small bit, but not all of it. And because of that, they're saying that's now going to be... Call's coming back. Yep, ground rule double because he caught some of it and got some underneath the front bumper. And because of that, they're going to say that's just a ground rule double, not a home run. Had none of it caught him, that would have been gone. I mean, technically, it's anything until you get back to the pitching area, but since you did get a little bit of it, that's another ground rule thing. Like if a car catches some of it and you think it's gone, that's another ground rule double. That one's gone, though. And UK takes the lead, 8-7. It's only a 1-run lead. I think NASCAR can win. I mean, I know they can win because they put up a shutout against their first team, which was, I want to say Japan, Sweden, or France, one of them anyways, and they shut them down. Wow, there's another thumbs up. Thank you both for hitting the thumbs up. And that gets away. And Aston Martin cruises into second with a double. Way to go. Dev Sanders, hello. How are you? Dev Sanders, I hope you checked and read my description and looked it over before you joined the live stream. It basically says, as the plan is that do not ask questions about cars or video games until the ending point of the live stream. Every time we do it beforehand, I always seem to lose track of what I'm doing, and that's why I try to have it happen towards the very end of it, because then I don't get thrown off schedule or course in my live stream events. That gets away. But they're not going to push him to third, because if they did, he would have been out. Ooh! The ball came loose after the Aston Martin hit him. Are we going to call that a force out? Because, first of all, Aston Martin's way off second base, is not even near third, and he hit the car. I don't know if they're going to call that an out because of player interference, because he literally interfered when that was called an out. Hold on, this may take a few moments to figure out. And since we're taking a break to review something, we kind of could do questions, but I'd rather not. Just taking some deep breaths because I'm not sure which way this is going to go as. The real Cynthia, hello, how are you doing? So the real Cynthia, you just missed something crazy. The Aston Martin ran into the pitcher for NASCAR as soon as the NASCAR gets the McLaren 720S Sky Light Blue Spider out, and causes the baseball, which is the penny, to go out of the car underbody of the pitcher, who just got the car out that I was just mentioning a few seconds ago. And because of that, they're not sure if it's going to be scored as an one-out play, and the runners advance to second and third, or is it a double play, and we go to bottom of the second. Yeah, we just have a huge controversial call in car baseball. This is the first time this has ever happened, where a player runs into another player who gets a player out from the team, not the same team that is in the fielding area, but one of the players that's on the hitting team, the away team right now, which is UK. Yeah, so basically what happened is that the 720S hits it out to the number 20 NASCAR Camry pitcher for an out, and then the Aston Martin Speedster runs into the pitcher, causes the ball to come out of the pitcher underbody, which is where the 720S hits the ball to, which is the penny. And yeah, we're not sure if it's going to be one out or a double play. I'd say it should be a double play because that's player interference. You don't interfere with the pitcher when he's catching an out. Yeah, we might have our first ever forced double play. Not like a, one of those regular double play type things in real life baseball or car baseball, that is, but a forced double play kind of thing. Or a special double play where it's not, like one that regularly happens. All right. Call on the field is just about to come back in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. After further review, drumroll please, the call on the field is, oh my goodness, it's happened for the first time ever in car baseball. You're out, and you're out. Double play for NASCAR. Sorry if I said it really loudly, but it's because that was an incredible uncalled for double play. That's the only reason why I got a bit too excited there, because that was an interesting new double play that just happened. Yep, they're calling it a double play because of player interference on the Aston Martin. And he gets a warning, too, for running into the pitcher while an out was called already. Yep, ending over. UK takes a slight lead over NASCAR, 7-8. I would just not even recommend anyone doing that. I mean, real life sports or, stuff like that, like real life baseball, car baseball, whatever. You don't run into a player when they get another player out, he's already hit it to them, and then run them over and cause the ball to go out of their glove or, like for car baseball, underneath the car body. Because apparently, I feel like that should be a double play because of player interference. And it is this time, but, if it's like, they didn't mean to, and they were trying to run around the player, then yeah, that's understandable. But this time, they ran right into the player without even looking. So yeah, that's why I got a little bit too excited and, was a little bit, too happy and did a happy excitement scream, whatever thing. Sorry if I was a bit loud that time, but it's because I was really excited and surprised that that was a brand new kind of unheard of double play in car baseball history. Ooh, we're not done yet. Are they looking at suspending the Aston Martin for that unsportsmanlike conduct hit while the forced double play happened? Hold on, everyone. We're not resuming car baseball. Yeah, because he clearly ran right into that player, and that player seems to be kind of injured. I'd say. Because that was a pretty big hit. We're not playing car football, we're playing car baseball, for crying out loud, and this is like the third, fourth, or fifth time a car has hit another car in car baseball. Not good. Well, this will take a few moments to decide what happens. I mean, if he's out, we do have other players over there somewhere. I hope that can play for him. If not, then UK's automatically forfeit their season. Nope, I see one, so they're good. Well, this is an interesting call. This is not what I would expect, but now they're fighting because they're both not happy at each other for that happening. All right, break it up. Break it up. And yep, that does it. That's going to be an wow. If that fight did not happen, that would have just been a game suspension for the Aston, but now it's going to be a game suspension for the number 20 NASCAR too as well. They're going to look at how long the suspension should be because of that fight between the two cars when that, strange double play had happened in the second inning, top of second inning, that is. Well, unfortunately, after further review, both cars are suspended for 4 games in car baseball for unsportsmanlike conduct of fighting on the field. Suspension, 4 games. No, you cannot say anything to each other, and you cannot play for 4 games. If you do, your suspension is longer. I'm sorry that happened, but it did. Hey, Alex Flint, you just missed something huge in car baseball. Well, NASCAR's going to need another player. Luckily, we have another Christopher. Yep, we have another Christopher Bell car, so that's good. And for UK, who's going to take the place of this Aston? We have another Aston Martin, actually, but I don't want to have the same car on there because then the same car could cause the same problem kind of thing, if you know what I mean. This is interesting. I'm only seeing one UK car, and it's a Bentley. Thought I had other UK cars over here, but I'm not seeming to find many United Kingdom cars here. We're going to have to go with this one, unfortunately. So, Alex Flint, you just missed something huge happen in car baseball. Well, actually, two huge things happened. Well, besides that fall ball just happening just now, you missed something else happened. Well, two other really huge things happened. Yep, that one's out. So, Alex, how are you doing? I hope you're still here, Alex, because I want to tell you what's happened and what you missed. Because trust me, it was a huge amount. So, in the top of the second inning, the this car ran into this one who was the pitcher for NASCAR in top of the second inning, and he ran into the pitcher, this one, when he caught and out that went right to him when the Blue 720S over there hits it to him, and then the Aston Martin runs into the pitcher, which is the number 20 Craftsman NASCAR Camry, causes the ball to go out of the underbody of the NASCAR, and then both runners advance to second and third, thinking that it's just going to be one out thing. Well, this is what happens as a result, unfortunately. It's an automatic forced double play out because of player interference on the NASCAR while the one out had already happened, and they already had one out before that out had happened. And when the 720S had that out happen, it was their second out. And when the NASCAR got hit by the Aston Martin, they realized that, oh, that was a bad idea. We already have two outs. And then it turns out that forced double play because of player interference. And then in bottom of the second inning, the Aston Martin and number 20 Toyota went at it and started fighting on the car baseball imaginary field or playing area. And both of them are suspended for 4 games. They cannot play for 4 games in car baseball because of unsportsmanlike conduct fighting penalty for both cars. So yeah. Yeah, they can't play for 4 games each. And that's going to hurt their teams because if they're trying to get more points scored, that could be a problem. Or more outs, that could be a problem. So yeah, that's not so good for both of those teams. Hopefully that doesn't happen for other car baseball, but it could. And also, for the 3rd, 4th, or 5th time we've had players tackle other players in car baseball. What is going on? It's like we're combining car baseball and car football. We're not saying you tackle a player and you get 7 points for your team. No, that's not what's happening. We're playing car baseball. You only get 1 run if you get a home run or an inside the park home run. So yeah. Hot rod reels, not much, by the way, except for all that crazy action in car baseball. I did say this is going to be a fun, exciting car baseball season, and it's kind of lived up to that already in the first regular season game. Dev Sanders, please be aware that Pancakes has nothing to do with car baseball right now. I'm just wanting to let you know. We are not talking about food right now. We're talking about car baseball. Gone. Score is 8-8 now. And actually, because they're suspended, we're going to put them far apart from each other. Well, it's 8-8 now, and it's bottom of the second with 1 out. I just realized something. This is a number 20, and that's a number 20, but they're not the same car. Well, same paint job, number 20. I always feel like having another car come in for NASCAR, but then I just realized, this is the one that I got to first, so whatever. That hits the McLaren, and that's going to be fair. He has 2 home runs already in this game. Gone, and it's gone. Walk-off home run by the number 5, and NASCAR wins. Even without that player in, they win thanks to their new car. They win the game by a final score of 10-8. Well, that was close, but not close enough. Did they play UK? Hold on, I have to get something really quickly. I mean, that's technically similar to this car. that I literally just had not too long ago. Trying to choose a new card to do after doing interviews is kind of interesting. Oh, I know who I'm choosing. Why did I not think of it sooner? Where did I put the thing, though? Where is that? Is this it? This can't be it. Nope. That's the double-sided one. Where did I put it? No, I just put it somewhere. Oh, there it is. Actually, why don't we have we could do two, because then it's a little bit different kind of thing, or just one. No, I'd say two. All right, we are live from After Car Baseball regular season game 1 with the number 5 Camaro 01 win LA NASCAR player of the game, 3 home runs, and he got the walk-off home run to win. So when you're hitting that walk-off home run, take us what's going through your engine, whatever. Basically, just take us through your thoughts and all of that stuff of what's happening when you hit that walk-off home run and you realize you've just helped your team win their first regular season game for the 2022 car baseball. Regular season games. The very first one. I'm not sure. I can't believe that happened. I actually have 3 more home runs than that number 1 car has for this season in car baseball already. He actually doesn't have any. And I hope he can get some, home runs or hits sometime soon. But, surprisingly, since I have 3 home runs so far, it's going to be interesting to see what happens for home run leaders for car baseball in this season, because all the teams are getting a lot of new players. So I don't know who's going to come out on top for home run leader. Given the fact that we're doing a smaller season of games, 4 instead of 10 or 6 or 8, that means the All-Star game is technically when all teams have played the second game. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. It's pretty much going to be like USA All-Stars versus International All-Stars kind of thing. Because we can't have like multiple All-Star games happening, because that would be too much confusion for All-Star games kind of thing. So yeah. However, since NASCAR is technically considered an American car racing sport, technically NASCAR would be on USA's team, but that only depends on which one they choose. Because not all the cars are made in USA though, from the companies, but I guess they kind of are. Well, you heard it there from the number 5 NASCAR player of the game for NASCAR in their first 2022 regular season car baseball game. Who hits 2 home runs and then a third one to walk it off and win by a final score of 10-8. Close game. UK had a chance to win, but they blew it. I actually have a duo for the after game player of the game interviews. It's a Lincoln and Ford. These are the diecast duo for after game player interviews for the player of the game for each team. If there's only one, that is. If it's the entire team, then it's kind of the same thing, though. But instead of one card, it's going to be all of them. So, yeah. Well, let's see who's playing next. I almost want to do it in order now, like USA, Japan, and then Italy, Sweden, France, Germany. Yep, we're going to do it that way because it's way easier to get to the teams then. And USA, surprisingly, won their 1 or however many games, 1 or 2 pre-season spring training car baseball games with their brand new team, actually. And so did Japan, but in a walk-off home run in like the 2nd or 3rd inning, I believe. Where's the penny? Where's the penny's gone over there. I just realized that. Well, I think USA's wanting to pitch because Japan has almost no clue of what they were doing. So USA's going to be home team, I guess. That's kind of done and decided. So that's good to know. So that way we can, give some separation. Can't do NASCAR versus IndyCar, sadly, for car baseball. I can't do that, unfortunately, because I don't have any cars, and if I did, I have only, I don't even, now that I think about it, I don't think I have any Indy cars from Hot Wheels or Matchbox. And also, I can't add another team because then that's going to make it 9 teams, and that's going to be an uneven amount of car baseball teams. I have to have them be even, otherwise the system is not going to work and it's off then. Because then it's like every time one team plays, one team always gets a bye, and that's unfair. Which is weird because it's like, even in some sports, it's like certain teams get a bye, but that's really more heard of likely in I want to say football. Yeah, football, like certain teams get a bye week or whatever. Because they've played so many games in the same week kind of thing. That's the only reason why. But in baseball, I don't think I've ever heard of that, but I could be wrong.
Damn it, I should have got rid of this when we had the freaking trash out there.
Sorry, that was heard just now.
Hey, Riso. Are you on live stream?
Yeah.
Never mind.
Wow, that's actually an out, even though he didn't catch it the normal way for an out. So the teams playing right now are USA and Japan, by the way, in case anyone was wondering. And sorry for all the completely random, bizarre, or not needed or called for background noises or distractions. I'm so terribly sorry about that. And I tried to be in a place where they're not going to happen too often, but you can't control actions only besides the one you do yourself. Well, that's a 1-2-3 inning for USA in top of the first. Now it's time to see what they can do in bottom of the first and score, hopefully. And Japan is actually 80 or 100% brand new team, actually. The only one that might have been on their team last time was that Land Cruiser, but I can't quite recall if he was. And if he was, then it's only 80%. But if not, then it's 100% brand new team. USA's new. None of these ones played last time. I know that's true. I just realized that some of the players in Japan are really small cars and others are bigger. Ooh, did he swing? He swung, but really weirdly. Gone. Well, USA's off to a good start. They already hit a solo home run bottom of the first with one of their new cars, the 68 Plymouth Barracuda Formula S, and the nice green colors exterior paint. No, he does not catch it. And he's going to be safe at third with a triple. Also, we have no one cycling yet in car baseball, not even in preseason. We were close, but they just missed it by one hit, and it was a single. I want to say it was the yellow NASCAR. Yeah, it was that yellow number 18 NASCAR. He was so close to cycling. Yeah, they did. That's true. They do make some small cars in Japan, like the Honda City Turbo 2 from 85, actually. What I mean by 85 is 1985. That was before I was even born, which I can't believe Hot Wheels made a car from that year. And it came out 10 plus years later after the car was released. That's really more of a surprise. I mean, to be honest, it's just a really big surprise that all these car companies, like the diecast car companies, are making all these newer cars like 10 plus years after they've been released somehow. That hit a car, but they're going to say that's still in play, though. Well, it's 2-0 USA. It went in front of the Prelude over there, the red one, the new red recolored one, but not far enough to call it gone for a home run. Yeah, he's just staying at first because that was hit pretty close to second, and the City Turbo could have gotten it to second easily. There was a fourth person here, and there's 5 thumbs up. Yeah, all their castings for Hot Wheels and Matchbox and other car companies of diecast cars that are not Hot Wheels, Matchbox, etc. Yeah, I know you meant to say cars. Gone. It's not gone as in gone out of the playing area, but it's gone though, and it's everyone got a home run except for I want to say 1 or 2 players, but somehow it still equals 5 runs apparently because the Plymouth was the one who started them off with the solo home run, so it's 5-0. I want to say 1 or 2 players hit a solo home run, and then someone hit a 2-run home run. 3 players hit a solo home run, I believe. Actually, only 1 player hit a solo home run, and then we just got a lot of extra base hits, which ended up making it 3-0 somehow, and then we got a 2-run home run to finish off the first round of batter. Bitcoin is a scam. Hello, glad you're here finally. That's his 2nd home run, and he's almost tied with the NASCAR already. That almost hit an Aston Martin off the playing area. Outside of the playing area, that is. I'm not sure what that hit was for him his first time, but I think it might have been a... Oh, it was a triple. I just realized that. He hit a triple because that one was up right after him. Yeah, I just realized that now. The Dodge hit a single. And he can't throw to third. Safe for everyone. Everyone's safe. Well, I mean, the car going to first is safe, but the runner that he advanced is safe too because the Turbo, the Honda City Turbo, the green recolored one, which is a 2022 A case card, even though it's Q case for this year, couldn't throw it to the third base in time. And because of that, they are safe. And there's a stolen base for USA already. Wow. The Dodge stock car still second base, and the Honda's Turbo can't do anything about it whatsoever. He did not see that happening. However, our stolen bases leader is the V12 Speedster, who's out for 4 games because he stole 3 bases in 1 play because of a pitching error. Although technically, to be honest, since it's an error, he didn't really steal them. He just ran off and scored. So I wouldn't call it stealing then, because if he's stealing, the player would be aware that it's happening. Although when you think about it, an error kind of does count when they're stealing bases, because you got to be careful when you throw it to them, because you don't know how big of a gap or lead they're going to have off the base. So technically, in a way, because of that, and the player was aware, actually, kind of thing. Yeah, the Aston Martin does lead stolen bases with 3 already. We're not going to say who has the biggest batting average. We're just going to factor it down by most home runs, most stolen bases, and we can't do a most outs category because I'll lose track of that easily. So yeah. Oh, and who gets cycles? Yeah, so most stolen bases, most home runs, and cycle. Yeah, we're going to do that. That just reminded me, I have to take a quick break and write something down. So, I kind of want to do only a top 5 list for cars that do the cycle, because it's very rare that it happens, kind of thing. So, well, we're doing that. We're going to have to make my line thingy here a bit bigger than I had planned. So hold on, we're taking a quick break to write down stats for cars, kind of thing. I think for cars with most stolen bases, I want to do more of a top 3 thing. Just because, stealing bases can happen, but if it happens too much, then it's, yeah. Well, and to be honest, home run leader, it's really just going to be one car more after they're not. So, yeah. We could do 5. Yeah, we could do 5. We're just going to have 2 cars for this category. All right, so here it is. The top one says cars that cycle. The second one is cars most stolen bases and cars home run leader, which is HR for short. Well, now since that's done, let's get back to the game, everyone. Sorry if that took so long, but I kind of had to do that. The 55 Chevy in blue is getting close to a cycle. He actually has a double and triple now. I don't think anyone's going far after that hit. It was fair because it did go past the Honda. We could get a first ever Grand Slam. Now, just because it's a Grand Slam, that does not exclude the car for home run. That just means that would be the first car to hit a Grand Slam in car baseball because no other cars have done that so far. It's gone! Grand Slam USA. First team to hit a Grand Slam in the new season of car baseball. And we're back to the top of the lineup already. For the third time, and it's 10-0 actually. Had 2 other cars got solo home runs, it would have been 12-0. I do believe, because I don't think Japan never scored. It's 12-0 USA. Wow, this almost feels like a regular season game kind of thing. Hot Rod Reels. I have no clue who you're referring to about spamming, but yeah, I'm just so confused right now. I mean, if you're talking about someone like Bitcoin is a scam or Dev Sanders, well, yeah, they're not saying too much related to the car baseball game type thing, but I know one of them is trying to more than the other. Yeah, so it's not actually 12-0 USA because this is the third time we're going through the lineup, and 5 times 3 is 15 actually. Yeah. But since, not everyone hit home runs in the first few times gone through the lineup, it's only 10-0 instead. So we're actually down by 5 runs, I believe. Or are we down by only 3? Well, since he hit a grand slam, and that's when these 3 were on bases loaded, yeah, it's only 12-0. Howard Reynolds, this may be a little bit interesting or whatever, but this is the most interesting car baseball season so far, is this season. Yep. And he's gone again, and he's tied home run leader with that NASCAR already. Home run leaders will be posted after every team has done 1 game fully. And given the fact that we are only doing 4 games in total, we're going to have a slightly lower amount of home runs for every team in car baseball. It's 11-0 USA, by the way, and bottom of the first. They finally get in, I want to say their first out in bottom of the first for Japan. Yes, they did. They finally stopped someone from getting a hit, and that was a big one, because if that Chevy gets a hit, it's single or home run, he's only 1 hit away from the first cycle for this season. I want to say the Dodge got a, not that Dodge because he got a single. This one got an single or double, I believe. I'm actually forgetting already. I want to say it was a single or double, or it could have been home run. I'm not even sure now, to be honest. That hit him. That definitely hit him before he had gone fully backwards. Well, hit by pitch, and it's still on 11-0 USA. That hits the car, but it's off the car though, and because the car doesn't pay attention to where it landed, they're going to call that a double for the Dodge Challenger Drift Car. Challenger Drift Car just needs triple and a home run to get a cycle. The Chevy over here just needs a single and home run to get the cycle. So two cars are 2 hits away from cycling already. And they're on the same team. I'm not even joking. I want to say this one got a single or double his first hit. Or was it a home run? Might have been home run, and I'm not sure. I think it was. Oh, he got a double. Yeah, he got a double his first hit. Yeah, he got a double his first hit. So actually, he still needs to get a single, triple, and home run for the cycle. So he's 3 hits away, just like it says on the roof of his car, because it says number 3 up there. So yeah, he's 3 different hits away from the cycle. Everyone else is probably about the same too, kind of, because this green Plymouth has hit 2 home runs, and that's not going to help him cycle. However, if he gets, I just realized something. If he hits 3 different kinds of home runs, he would be the first player, I believe. I'm not sure, but possibility, not quite sure, because I don't know if it happened in last season of car baseball. He would be the first car baseball player in this season or any season of car baseball that I've done on my channel to hit a home run cycle, meaning that he hits a solo home run, 2-run home run, 3-run home run, and a grand slam. And he's safe at home. And that car's still third. Well, USA has 2 stolen bases for 2 separate players, but it's only going to count as 1 stolen base for each player so far. Because I don't recall these 2 stolen bases. No, they did not. But I think he stole one too. Yeah, he's up to 2 stolen bases, and he's only 1 behind the Aston Martin. The score is now 13-0 USA. Yep, it is. Would have been probably closer towards 20-0 because this is the 4th time we're going through the lineup, but it's not. Well, he gets a different hit, and it lands right in front of the Honda. And he's going to steal third, and he's safe because the Honda took a bit too long to get to the pitching spot, and by the time he did, that car was officially at third base before he was fully at the pitching spot. That counts as a stolen base for the Rebel Machine Zaymac. So now we have 3 cars on Team USA with stolen bases, but one of them has 2, and it's the Challenger Drift car. And we have another stolen base player for USA, the Barracuda. Wow, we have 4 stolen bases cars for Team USA. Everyone stolen a base once, or one of them did twice, except for this car. Gone. Home run Chevy. That was the big hit he needed, and it's 16-0 USA. The Chevy's got an double, triple, and a home run. He just needs a single, and he'd be the first one to cycle. And at this rate, he's going to be player of the game, in my opinion, because he'd be the first one to cycle, and it's hard to get a cycle in your first game in baseball, whether it's college or the MLB, that is. Or not so much car baseball, but I haven't had that happen too often, even in car baseball, where a brand new car or returning car cycles in their first game for regular season or preseason games. Oh my goodness, it lines out right under the Honda. Are you kidding me? That's the second out somehow. Well, he's not getting a cycle anytime soon. And he has only one stolen base. Oh my goodness, if he steals another base, he's tied with the Aston for stolen bases in total. Yeah, when we had UK play NASCAR, that Aston Martin went first to home on a wild pitching error by the number one NASCAR, who got most home runs tied with a car that's not playing it in this season. He could do it. He could tie or take the lead for stolen bases. And there he goes, and he's going to be safe. And somehow the Honda City Turbo wants to steal the base with him, but he has to go back. Hold on. What? Okay, not what I was expecting. This is going to make it more interesting. Since both cars took off at the same time and didn't realize that since USA was hitting, he has to go back to first because that's going to be an unfair stolen base because both cars went off base at the same time. And both of them, they didn't actually interfere with each other. It's just that you can't steal a base without the baseman being right on the base. Otherwise, it's not going to count. So they're going to say that stolen base has been rejected from the dot. Well, now it counts. Well, the Dodge and Aston Martin are tied with 3 stolen bases each. And the Dodge takes the lead with 4 stolen bases now. Well, USA is the highest stolen bases player with the Challenger drift car from the Hot Wheels race team. This car now has 4 stolen bases. He's beaten the Aston Martin record. He's stolen second and third in the same inning. Now that I think about it, they actually still only have 2 outs in bottom of the first, and it's 13-0 USA. Yeah, it is. Oh, he's going back because he just ran into the Honda. Yeah, he's going back because he knew he doesn't want to get involved with anything. That is his first warning, though, but he ran back in time because he realized he doesn't want to get involved. And he's safe at home. The Dodge completely beats the throw, and that's his 5th stolen base. He steals 4 bases in one game for USA, and it happens all in the same inning, surprisingly. So he kind of went first to home, just like the Aston did, but not in the same way. He stole each base, 1 base at a time kind of thing, whereas the Aston just took off soaring and went first to home on that wild pitch. And there's the 3rd and final out. But the Dodge stealing 3 bases in the same inning, kind of similar to what the Aston did, but not in the same fashion where he did it slowly and did it 1 at a time, whereas the Aston just zoomed. I mean, that Aston literally went zoomed around the bases when that error was thrown by the NASCAR pitcher. Well, it's now 14-0 USA, thanks to the Dodge stealing 3 bases carefully and slowly in 1 inning. Unfortunately, it's 14-0. Japan has to score 14 runs for the Chevy to get a cycle, and he just needs a single to do it. However, if USA wins, I'd still say that that Chevy should be player of the game because he's hit more hits than anyone else has in that team. More specifically, he's probably hit more extra base hits than anyone else did in his USA car baseball team. Because all the other cars, they hit mostly more home runs or like singles more than like doubles or triples kind of thing. Well, hopefully that can happen. Sorry about that. Sorry for the random thing that just happened there. Well, it's not over yet. They get a player on base. They do get a player on base, though. Wow, that was... Oh. Sheesh. I was not expecting that to happen. I think that was women's basketball. Yep, and Japan gets a runner on second base. And they are going to go second and third. The AMC did not realize that had landed literally right behind him, and he couldn't get there in time. I don't understand that, but somehow that car was just not paying attention, apparently, and that had happened somehow. And I got play boxes, nice. That's not a bad deal, but can't do that sadly. I'm trying to get better players from the boxes, but it's just not happening yet. I'm 3 boxes away from resetting. So I was trying to say resetting the better odds box. Well, we're 7th in this event somehow. That's a nice amount of cash right there, I will say. Well, winners on 2nd and 3rd. Doesn't mean the game's over. And it's not over. The City Turbo gets a 3-run home run. And it's 3-14 now. I mean, pretty much at that rate, everyone kind of knew that was gone. And there's nothing they can do. And that's gone. And it's 4-14 now. Well, it's 4-14. Anything can happen now. Well, the other City Turbo gets a double. And it's now 6-14. I don't know why, but it almost feels like they're trying to cause the bottom of the 2nd just so that Chevy can cycle. And if that's really what they're doing, they should just stop because it's just silly. I mean, seriously, in my opinion, it's like you're trying to let someone get a cycle or like get some special achievement happen, but seriously, it's silly. Your team already has the most stolen bases, 5 with him because he stole 2 in the same inning 2 different times, and then he stole 3 and the same time, the 3rd time, like 4th or 5th time through the lineup, actually. Prelude gets a double. Nice. And he steals a base. Japan gets a stolen base player somehow, finally, out of all this. What was the score? It was 6-14, I believe. And it's now 8-14. Japan's coming back. They're only done by 6 runs now. Ooh, and he's safe at 3rd with a triple. I want to say the most hard to get hits in car baseball are probably triples and inside the park home runs because those are extremely rare to happen. But they can happen just depending on how fast you go. That's gone, and it's 10-14. Wow, USA's only ahead by 4 now. They thought they had this game wrapped up. They clearly don't anymore. Game's not over yet, everyone, because they're only done by 4 now. The Prelude's up again. The car did go a bit backwards, but he still was in the playing area, so they are going to count that as a stolen base. And the Prelude homers. He's got a home run and a double. He's only 2 hits away from a cycle, too, now. But the Chevy's the closest. He just needs a single to cycle. And by the way, the score is now 12-14. This car baseball game is really, really interesting. And just full of a lot of, interesting type of car baseball things that never have happened before for these first 2 games. I'm not sure who's here right now, but if you are here, just please let me know by saying you're still here or something like that, because I'm starting to lose track of who's here right now, actually. Because it says there's 6 thumbs up, but obviously I already know there's no way all 6 of you are here. And that's gone. Is it? Yes, it is. And it's 14-14. Yeah, that's gone. Well, game's tied. Finally, they get someone out. And that was the big out because I think those 2 have only gotten like singles or doubles and home runs so far. Well, one of them has anyway. Can't quite recall. And Cruiser goes safely into third with the triple. I think his first hits were a double or something. Yeah, he's hit like 2 doubles and 1 triple. So he needs a home run and a single to get a cycle. Well, they just got a big out there because that Prelude just needed a single and a what was it? He's got a home run and a double, I believe, or was it triple? He got a home run and triple. He just needs single and double to get this cycle. Well, it's still 14-14. Yeah, they're saying there's a little bit too much to call it not out. So he's going to be safe at first then. Does that hit him? No. It looks like it did, but it doesn't hit him enough. Final out. Well, this is going to be interesting, but USA could win. I think USA could win because it's 14-0 and bottom of the second. They literally just need 1 run to win, and I hope it happens. Yeah, at this rate, I think it's better if I just do 2 games because it's getting pretty late, and if I do 2 more games, it's going to be even later. I'm getting closer towards, time for me to get, other things happening for today. Well, not for today, but, I mean, it's kind of silly I mentioned this, but everyone needs a good night rest or sleep, so that way they can, have more alert and awakeness, when they are doing stuff for tomorrow, kind of thing. And if you don't get enough sleep, well, not so good stuff happens, unfortunately. And we don't want that to happen to anyone. Because, what I mean by, life comes first, it doesn't mean just friends and family stuff comes first. It also means your personal health and well-being comes first before cars or video games, too. Well, there's one gone, and that was the biggest out ever. If he gets a single, that would have been his cycle right there, but it was snagged away by the Toyota. Wow. And he gets another player out. We might go to a bonus inning at this rate. Nope. I think it's game over because the AMC gets a double. I forgot what his first hit was, but I can't recall him hitting a triple or single or home run for a cycle. Their best stolen bases player is up to bat. I wonder how that's going to go. And he's safely into third. Wow, that's huge because they're trying to make the bases a bit further away, so he has and he's safe at second. He steals another base. That's his 6th stolen base. That's 6 stolen bases for the Challenger Drift Car in 1 game. Nope, not enough to win because that literally was right in front of him. The Chevy can still cycle only if he doesn't get out. They gotta have everyone be safe, otherwise it doesn't count. He's done it. The Chevy cycles, and the game's over on the Chevy walk-off single. Excuse me while I go get a car that just fell off for USA. I'm going to be right back. Well, that was really way more intense than I thought it was going to be. USA wins it on a walk-up single while the bases are loaded from the Chevy who just cycled. Well, I can't believe it, but that was way closer than I thought, and Japan gave USA a way better run for their money this time in car baseball history, losing only by 1 instead of like 10 or more. They scored all 14 in top of the second. That's the biggest comeback I think I've seen by any team. And some comebacks have been bigger or smaller. I honestly don't know. But what I do know is that USA goes to 1-0. Just like they did with NASCAR in the previous season. Both of these teams were 1-0 right away. All right, well, It's not official yet because the other teams are going to be playing tomorrow, and that's Italy, Sweden, France, Germany. Those teams will play tomorrow. We have to do player of the game interview, and since he got the walk-off hit with a cycle, and he's the first one to do it in their first game, and it's his first time doing it in his first regular season game, he obviously has to get player of the game. There's no other way that's happening. That he doesn't. This is going to be an interesting player of the game postseason game interview. I can tell you that much. So, before we get into your walk-off hit, you're the first player to cycle in car baseball for the 2022 regular season. How is that making you feel? Take us through your thoughts and everything else of how that's making you feel right now. I think he's speechless because he can't say anything after that just even happened. I think he has too much happy thoughts and feelings that he doesn't know what to say. He's probably so excited he's not sure what to do right now while he's saying it. Well, I was not expecting that to happen so soon. I can't believe I'm the first car to do it in the 2022 regular season for car baseball. I can't believe I also got the walk-off hit with the hit that gave me the cycle and helps our team win the game by 1 run, 15-14, in bottom of the second inning when we have 2 outs. Had that second out not happened so soon right after my first out had happened in bottom of the second, I would have cycled sooner, and we probably still would have ended up winning, but maybe with more runs scored. Well, you guys heard it there from the 55 Chevy in the dark blue one, which is supposed to be a super for next year, but it's just the regular one. Well, basically, you heard it there first from the 55 Chevy, a new car for the brand new USA team for 2022 season. Well, we have our first ever player that has cycled. And not to mention, we have our excuse me, Dip Senders, do not ask that. That has nothing to do with car baseball. I'm sorry if I'm saying this, with a little bit of a louder tone, but I'm sorry, that is a totally uncalled for, not appropriate question. Because seriously, my questions are cars and video games only. If you cannot follow those rules and ask questions related to them, you will be kicked out of my live streams permanently. And I don't like doing that. Because it sounds like some people are not following along with my live stream rules about, cars and video game questions. And if senders, I don't like saying this, but this thing in baseball, 3 strikes, you're out. You got your second warning as of right now kind of thing because, you haven't followed the rules twice in this live stream. And everyone else has, surprisingly, more than you. And that's kind of interesting because normally beforehand, you seem to ask way more questions that were related to my topic. And now all of a sudden, you're asking the most bizarre and way off-topic questions that are not cars or video games related whatsoever. And also, I don't like saying this, but do not ask questions about people's personal lives because they're going to say no. And what I mean by that is they're going to say, no, I'm not answering those kinds of questions because it's too personal to be mentioned on YouTube in any given way. And that's why I don't feel like answering that question because, it's kind of a silly question to ask because it has nothing to do with the topics of cars or video games whatsoever. Just because, everyone likes food and drinks and all of that stuff, and you think it's okay to ask stuff like that. Well, unfortunately, not in my live streams or videos because I did not say anything about, allowing, questions about food or drink type products. There will be a time where those are okay and acceptable, but not when I'm trying to focus on cars or video games. I'm so sorry if I'm making anyone upset or anything like that, or if you feel like to unsubscribe to my channel. I'm sorry if I'm hurting anyone's feelings or anything like that. I'm just saying there's a time and place where questions like, what people have for dinner and stuff like that are okay and acceptable, but not in this one. And also, like I said, if people start asking questions, like in the middle or at the beginning of the live stream, it's going to throw my whole plan or schedule way off course for my next live stream or live events on my channel. So yeah, that's why I like having at the end. And I always say cars or video game questions only, because that's what I try to have my live streams be more about. Sorry, just trying to calm down and be more chill right now. So yeah. Sorry about that, but my nose was actually bothering me quite badly that time. I know I'm trying to not have stats be mentioned already kind of thing, but since the Aston and the Challenger drift car are the two players with most stolen bases so far out of anyone else, because all the other cars have like two, I don't want to write down any cars until someone breaks two and does 3 or 4 kind of thing. So yeah. I know I wasn't planning on writing these stats down right away, but it's like if I don't write them down right away, I start losing track of, stats already kind of thing. So I'm sorry if I'm, not following through with my rules of the stats for car baseball kind of thing. I hope you can understand that, everyone, because I'm trying to write them down so I remember them right away. Oh, that's good that you're back, Alex. So Alex, you missed it. We got our first car to cycle. And if you want to see it, I can do it, but I kind of want to do a drum roll. The first car that cycles in 2022 regular season car baseball, drum roll please. This one. This is the first player that gets to cycle in car baseball for this season for USA's brand new team. And he gets the walk-off single, which wins the game for USA 15-14 in bottom of the second inning with 2 outs against Japan. Final score 15-14. Japan's new team is looking pretty good. I wouldn't count them out. Car baseball postseason. Also, USA has the most stolen bases player with the race team more. The more exterior color is blue more than any of the other colors. Challenger drift car from 2021 Q case. He has the most stolen bases out of all the cars so far, with 6 right now. He's 3 ahead of the V12 Speedster, who stole 3 bases all in one play. But this one has 6 stolen bases, which is 3 more than the Aston did. But he stole his bases a little bit more slowly and carefully, unlike the Aston Martin, who just went zoom. And like I said before, he literally went zoom. He did not stop until he went home after going off first base in that one game against NASCAR. If there are any questions about diecast cars, real-life cars, or video games, the ones that I kind of like, they may not always have to be about the ones I like, but I'm just going to say this. I don't like shooting video games. The only kind of shooting video games I like are Lego ones. Exactly. He literally went zoom around the bases that Aston Martin did against NASCAR during that era. So yeah. Any questions about real life cars, diecast cars? Also, since everyone's here, you still have a chance. Comment Tesla, not in this live stream, but in my previous one, if you want a chance to be one of 3 random channel winners for my shout out giveaway on my channel. I thought I just mentioned this, but if no one has seen my previous live stream, you're going to want to watch that. You don't have to watch it, really, but you can watch a little bit of it or, all of it. The main thing you really have to do is just comment Tesla on the live stream in any way you can, and I will get that happening. And yeah, I will pick 3 winners who comment Tesla on my previous live stream. Not today's live stream, but yesterday's live stream. The keyword is Tesla because I really do like the brand new Matchbox Tesla Roadster. That's kind of why I went with Tesla. I could have said Aston Martin, but it's a little bit more words. So yeah. You comment Tesla, not in this Alex Flint. If you're hearing me right now, do not comment Tesla in this live stream. Comment Tesla in my previous live stream under the comment section. Since this one was called a different channel, live stream for the title name, you're going to want to watch the previous live stream that I did yesterday, Tuesday. Actually, correction. Thursday, not Tuesday, because I need to see it when it happened. Sorry, I have to show it so you know which live stream I'm talking about, Alex. So yeah, you're gonna want to the one that's titled Special Thursday Night Cars and Video Game Live or Live Stream. You're gonna want to comment on that one, the Special Thursday Night Cars and Video Games, on my channel, and comment Tesla in the comment section of that live stream because it's already on my channel. I will send a link to that live stream so everyone who wasn't able to watch it can watch it or just do the comment thing, because you don't have to watch it. You just need to comment Tesla in the previous live stream from yesterday to be entered in the shout out giveaway on my channel. And I'm going to make a separate live stream called shout out giveaway winners live on my channel. And yeah. Thanks everyone for being here. If there are no more questions about, diecast cars, real life cars, video games, or future ideas for my channel, because I have a special unboxing happening sometime at the end of this month or sometime in December. I know it's going to happen before this year's over. That's the good part. So yeah, thanks everyone for being here. I hope you liked and enjoyed this live stream. Sorry for all the weird or bizarre or interesting background noises or distractions and stuff. Sorry about the one moment during that car baseball game if I got a bit too excited and got, a bit more excited and started to do something super happy, scream or yell something that was, really happy or exciting kind of thing. Yeah, the other live stream is going to happen tomorrow or Sunday. I'm not sure which day, but it's going to be one of those two. Bye, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Well, I hope you have a good night or a good rest of your day, depending on, where you live, countries, and all of that stuff. Yeah. Bye, everyone. And I'll see you in my next live stream or video about cars or video games on my channel.